Assault on women is something we've observed over the years, and we talked about it a few times. So recently, the Osun State Police Command on Sunday has been silent on the outcome of its probe into the alleged assault of a female cop, Inspector Bamidele Olorunsogo, by her superior, Mathew Ajayi. The two police officers have been attached to the Odeomu Police Division in Osun State. Olorunsogo had accused Ajayi, the Divisional Crime Officer, of assault. She, in a video that went viral, displayed open wounds, allegedly inflicted on her by Ajayi after they refused to have an affair with him.
What is my offense? He now started beating me. To the extent he naked me. He put me into naked. Look at all my chest, my hand, everywhere injured. It's Ajayi Mathew.
Because of what?
I don't know, because he asked me for out, that I should befriend him. I said, no, I'm a married woman. I cannot befriend you. He started blackmailing me with every on evidence something that he is the one that is befriending me, which is not so.
This is terrible. In the presence of your co-workers.
Yeah, my writer was there, constable, 2 constables, and 10 civilians. After doing that, he now went inside and they gone. He said, want to gun me down. The civilian now take me out from the office. They said I should be running away. I said, no. If you want to kill me, you should kill me.
Now, we can't verify her claims, but we did see the open wounds on her. But the issue also can be related to a recent story of a woman, I think was also in Enugu State, who was stripped naked because she allegedly stole snail. We've discussed this over and again. I think something happened, wasn't it on Onitsha, or it was in Anambra sometime, so I think last year or something, where a woman too was stripped naked. I can't remember what happened with her own issue, where with the governor's wife, the first lady, got involved, and we got the National Assembly member together. No, so we talked about it, but we keep talking about this thing over and over again. How do we curb this incessant assault on women?
One of the strongest ways to deter any negative behavior or criminal act is to put consequence to it and trend the consequence as well as even over the act itself that happened. For instance, this Osun case, imagine that, the face of the man becomes... I know the police force have been able to sanitize police and citizens' abuses over the years. We've started hearing some of the consequences, the number of people laid off work, people made to face criminal charges, but we've seen some covered up.
Yes.
For instance, the one in Iba, the one that happened in that Iba area then, that this was point blank shot 2 guys in the bus, already handcuffed guys, and nothing happened. And so this one is such that put the face of the police officer, senior police officer, out there, because there's nowhere in the world that the consequence of a subordinate's behavior is to abuse them, assault them to the point of bleeding, that they can do like this, see my body. Even in the cadre of police ranking, it's either demotion, displacement or something. But you cannot carry somebody's wife, daughter, child, anybody, because you're in the police and beat the person, and there'll be mark wounds. It's not possible. So let's see consequence to...
It's important to also let Nigerians know that the Inspector General of Police actually specifically ordered an investigation, which is supposed to be 2 days. But the reason why this story came up, because it was 5 days after the Osun State Command still didn't come up with an update. And even while he was asked, he just replied, the reporter said that no updates yet.
Growing up, you see down your street, and sometimes if you're not in some of these communities, you think that it's over, that it doesn't happen anymore. But thank God to social media, we get to see some of these stories, even in far-off places and communities where we would normally, we would not be there to see it. And so I'm happy that, that a light is being shown on this, and we're talking about it. And it's important because I believe strongly that it's a cultural thing. It just seems that it's okay to harass and assault a woman. That's men doing it to women. It's almost okay to do that and acceptable to do that, even culturally, where you would see even like a group of men will be doing it and women are just standing aside, looking at it happening, and blaming the victim when it happens. So the only way, because the question was, you know, how did we get here? What do we need to do? The thing is, we need to keep talking about it like we're doing now. And secondly, there has to be consequences for this. And it cannot be dealt only as a family matter where we'll sit you there, okay, who was at fault, who's not at fault. First of all, arrest somebody. Yeah. Arrest them for the assault. Punish them for the assault. If there was something else that had brought about it, you can punish the other person for those crimes. But to come and just attack people and strip them naked, we need to arrest people and punish them for stripping women naked. I don't know, and I see it's mostly men. How do you even do it? You see a woman who's old enough to be your mother, or, you know, and you strip that person naked and you're comfortable.
This is cultural, you know, it's been said, but it's cultural. It's cultural to shame and strip a woman. It's historical to do it. But it's not all things that are historical that are right. And several things in our history that were culturally known by us as what we do, we've changed. So this can also be changed. We must become a society that now frowns and do not allow anyone feel like a form of justice. We must forbid. The same way we stopped killing twins. We must, as a society, forbid that if you want to carry out justice against a woman, that you want to feel like you want to punish a woman, you want to call her a prostitute or to strip her naked. Those are the two things we do. If a woman does something you don't like, you say, oh, she's a prostitute, or you now strip her naked. The speed with which men dive for a woman's clothes to remove it. Yes. In the market space, they will say, she's wearing something too short. Who could carry everything up? And they will lift up a woman's dress. This should be forbidden.